Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Underground Rising here on the Psycho Sim Project YouTube channel. I was going to say radio show then, that's the other thing I do. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing for you the newest EP by London band Stereo Juggernaut. Now, so you may have noticed that the surroundings are a little bit different. Basically, I'm currently not in my house. I am currently looking after someone's a friend of the family's house, so doing that review from here. But anyway, some of you may recognise the name Stereo Juggernaut here in the UK because they supported Orgy last year, and they also opened up recently in London for the one and only Birthday Massacre. Anyway, for those of you who don't know who Stereo Juggernaut are, as always, let me tell you.
Mixing a blend of alternative rock with hard dance hooks, Stereo Juggernaut are the freshest hybrid you'll hear today. Crushing guitar work boasting classic lead parts mixed with modern riffage. Intricate, lyrical and primitive rhythms fused with pounding melodic bass lines and synths, reminiscent of filthy underground raves. They incorporate audio textures from the future while maintaining a genuine old school guitar driven sound. In short, Stereo Juggernaut have a massive sound, and an indestructible one at that. For those of you in London, you may have seen them doing some high profile supports in the last few months, including supporting Orgy on Orgy's first ever UK tour, and more recently, about a week ago as of the recording of this video, they were opening for the Birthday Massacre at the Garage in London. Anyway, the band currently consists of Ben Main on vocals and guitar, Phil Roadkill on guitar and backing vocals, Don Winchester on bass and backing vocals, and Ruben O'Donoghue on drums and backing vocals.
The first track on the EP is called Cold Shoulder. Now this starts with a distorted electric sound playing the melody, then a huge slow riff comes crashing in with the drums and bass. We then go into a build-up into an almost Placebo meets Babylon Zoo sounding guitar riff. The vocals then come in, backed up by just keyboards, bass and drums. The guitars come back in for the chorus, adding to the huge sound of the band. The song continues along the verse-chorus structure until the middle eight, where piano joins the almost melancholy sound of the song, adding another superb layer to the sound. The song then goes into high gear with a scream for the last minute until we come to a sudden end. Up next is Rotten Luck. Now this starts with a spoken word from a television programme. A huge riff then comes in and we're into an excellent thumping, fast-paced rocker with added dance-style keyboards adding to the sound. The vocals come in sounding desperate and wild. Then we get to the pre-chorus full of shouted vocals until we reach the chorus sung by the entire band. The chorus is definitely one that will end up being sung along with live. We reach the middle eight where another spoken word sample comes in, backed by that driving riff that takes us back into the chorus again. We then get an excellent guitar solo come in until we return to the desperate sounding vocals from the beginning of the song. We then have one last run through of the chorus until we reach a sudden end. Up next is Be Yours. Now this starts with a driving bass line and drums with vocals over the top and an occasional guitar. Another catchy as hell pre-chorus leads us into the melodic sung chorus, and there is definitely a touch of prime Marilyn Manson backing the Antichrist and Mechanical Animal days to this track. We then go back to the bass, drum and vocals for the verse, and the song continues this way until we reach the middle eight with the sound of drum and bass until a scream signals the band to come crashing back into the pre-chorus. The song ends with a mid-paced massive riff and some dance-style keyboards in the background. Then the song ends suddenly. The penultimate song on the EP is Forgive Forget. Now this starts with a keyboard playing the melody. A swelling dance-style keyboard then brings in the distorted bass and vocals. After a short break, the guitar comes in with the vocals and the dance keyboards come back in for the chorus. The chorus is another one that's going to sound absolutely incredible and massive when played live. At the middle eight, we get a lone guitar build up into dance beats, and then the drums coming back in and some digitised voice until the lead vocalist comes back in screaming. The song then ends with a long lone guitar note fading out. Christ, that was a hard sentence to say. The last song on the EP is On My Jones. Now this starts with keyboard, then the vocals come in. Drum and bass beats come in the background, then the entire band joins in at full force with another driving riff and drum beat. The stop-start riff comes in off the chorus and leads into a superb guitar solo to help vary the song up. Again, there's definitely some similarities to Prime Marilyn Manson on this song. We break down to just keyboards, then a slow drum beat until the band comes back in at full speed with a great punky style riff as the singer's screams become even more impassioned. Then we come to another sudden end for the song and indeed the EP. So all in all, this is an absolutely superb EP full of innovative ideas and a band that's not afraid to experiment and give different touches to their sounds. You won't find many bands that would put in small bits of drum and bass in their songs these days, especially not metal and rock bands. But for Stereo Juggernaut, they found a way that works absolutely superbly without letting it take over the more sort of rocky riffs and always making sure that the guitars are the prime focus of the songs. Best way I can describe this band is pitch shifter or crossfaith with touches of Placebo and Marilyn Manson in there. Do yourself a favour and check these guys out because they're starting to get some bigger and bigger support slots, and soon enough, if they get the right backing and get signed, they're going to end up being absolutely huge. 5 out of 5. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I will be back soon with another review for you. I believe it's going to be Corpiclani's new album is the next thing I'm going to review for you. Well, thank you for watching. Feel free to go to the Patreon at the bottom there. Donate, help me to basically improve my equipment, hopefully get a better laptop at some point, so I can put out more videos instead of it taking so goddamn long, and hopefully to help me get up to London and do more interviews with more bands for you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.